Hello, everybody, and welcome here tonight to Southern National Motorsports Park for the Magic Manzo 125 here in the Thunderstruck Super Series modified cars. These drivers getting ready to drive 125 laps here tonight. My name is Zach Wetstein here in Rebels Racing Network. Qualifying just about be done, and we'll get underway for the B main. Here's your race information. 74 degrees is the track temperature here tonight, 71 degrees air temperature. Very small racetrack, and these 125 laps that they'll run in the feature, while it may be a little bit longer of a race at other tracks, is definitely not here. If you tuned into last night's race in the Crooked Line Racing League, they ran 150 laps here last night in the same car, and it didn't take very long. It took under an hour. So, but first, before we get to that, we'll do the B main. For those of you who don't know, we'll field up to 20 race cars. Here, we'll pull up your schedule. There you see at the bottom, field will be capped at 20 race cars. Top 15 in qualifying advance immediately to the main feature. Remaining 5 spots will be determined by a B main. And tonight we have 9 drivers in the B main. We'll see how many actually grid up. We have a couple of race control here tonight. So we'll have about 7 drivers in this B main. And we will cut out 2 of those drivers. So the top 5 from this will make it into that main feature. And the 6th and 7th place driver on will be knocked out. Find out where these drivers are starting in this one. Darren Owens starting this one on the pole spot, 14.098. He qualified 16th, so he'll lead the field to the green here in the B main. Keith Lichtenwalder starting in the 2nd position, with William Griffith starting in 3rd. Philip Manzo on his outside in 4th. Michael Swink in 5th. Frank Hughes in 6th. Elliott Longenecker starting this one in 7th. I believe Aaron Ward is race control. And Mike Uribe starting this one in the 9th and final position, but probably be 7th or 8th once we find out who all actually grid. Right now we have 4 drivers who have not gridded up. Michael Swink, Frank Hughes, Elliott Longenecker, and Aaron Ward. So right now we have 5 gridded up, and if it stays that way, then that means that all 5 drivers in the race will make it into the next race, and from there on out, it'll just be a race for who can start the furthest ahead in the field. Winner of the B main starts 16th, and then go 1 down. The 17th starter will finish 2nd in this one. 3rd place finisher in this one, 18th, 19th, 4th place finisher, and then the final position for the 5th position in here will wrap up the field and be 20th in the main feature. We are rolling, and there are 5 drivers. So what you're seeing here, they will all be in that main event. 20 laps is the B main race length. Not very long in this race for these drivers. So if you want a spot, you got to take it early if possible, because once that green flag drops, if they stay under green and no cautions, 20 laps will fly by very quickly. All right, that pace car going to duck down, and we are ready to go racing here at Southern National Motorsports Park. The green flag is out. A great jump for Keith Lichtenwalder. Not a good jump for Darren Owens, and they're already wrecking behind him. But they do figure it out. No, more contact, sending him around. That's Magic Mike Uribe, or actually that's not Magic Mike Uribe, I'm sorry. That's William Griffith and Philip Manzo. Used to seeing Mike in those kind of purple colors. What colors is he sporting? He's sporting, yeah, completely different color. William Griffith in that 12 machine is around, and we're going to go back and take a look at what started this. Contact from Mike Uribe. And Philip Manzo comes down and hits him. A little bit of net code causing those two to turn around and bring out the first caution of this B main. As Keith Lichtenwaller gets out of pit road, but I think it might have been too late, and we'll go a lap down. Philip Manzo still down pit road, so I don't know if he had to tow or not. Oh, there he goes. Going out of pit road there. So 2 cars. Actually, it's showing Keith Lichtenwaller on the lead lap, so he did make it out in front of the pace car, and Philip Manzo is on the lead lap as well. So all 5 cars stay on the lead lap. Off, on. For some reason that NASCAR ticker just does not like B mains and heat races in iRacing, so you have to roll with this one until the main feature. All right. Lights are off on the pace car. We're going to be restarting on lap 7 of 20. 20-minute cap on this one. Shouldn't take that long, though. Even if they have more cautions, it should not take 20 minutes. All right, the green flag is back out. A better jump for Darren Owens this time around. As him still in the lead, Mike Uribe, William Griffith fighting it out for second. Mike Uribe up to the second spot. William Griffith sits in third behind him. Philip Manzo in fourth, and Keith Lichtenwaller wrecking into pit road. That will not bring out a caution, but that will hurt Keith Lichtenwaller, and he'll go at least a lap down. As Mike Uribe up to the lead here in the B main with 11 laps to go, and he shoots up the track. So they're back to side-by-side racing. That's Darren Owens behind him in the 4 machine. They almost made contact. Great racing here in this B main early on as Darren Owens takes the lead back. Mike Uribe fighting back on the outside in the 77 machine. This has now become a 3-car battle. There's Philip Manzo behind him in third. A little bit of contact between the two, and they remain racing. Somehow, with all this pandemonium and a little bit of contact, nobody is wrecked. Oh, and Mike overshoots the turn once again. That's going to open the door for Philip Manzo, and netcode costs him once again. Netcode has been an issue here early on, and it was there. It was a problem there once again. Mike opens the door for Philip, and then netcode. And hopefully that's not an issue all night long, especially when we get to the main feature when there's 20 cars on track instead of 5. As Darren Owens is your leader, 14 laps into this one, now 15. We should get another restart, but with not very many laps to go. Now 3 cars a lap down. William Griffith and Darren Owens, the only drivers left with a chance to battle for that 16th starting position. That was great racing up until that wreck, and well, that was really nobody's fault. You could make the argument maybe they would have come together anyways. They were heading towards each other, but you just never know. That netcode was what started that wreck, though, so it was great racing up until that point. Lights are still on the pace car on lap 17 of 20. So if we get the lights off this time around, we'll restart with 2 to go. Mike Uribe and Philip Manzo still down pit road. The lights are off, so 2-lap shootout here at Southern National in this B main to set the grid for the main feature. Be 125 laps. All right. Pace car's off, and we're back to racing. Green flag is out. Darren Owens successfully stays out in the lead. William Griffith behind him. Those are your 2 lead lap cars. Keith Lichtenwalder behind William is 2 laps down, so he will not be battling for these spots up here. White flag is out. And, oh, man, William Griffith sending it. He wants that lead spot. He backs off, and that's going to allow Darren Owens to run away with the lead, and Darren Owens going to win the B main and win the furthest starting position in the main feature. Yeah, let's go ahead while they're warming up. I'll take that. Go racing. Take a look at your schedule. We saw the graphic a little while ago, but we did not look at the schedule itself. Southern National tonight, week from tonight, Lucas Oil Raceway for 125 laps around IRP. Lanier National Speedway, Irwindale Speedway, Martinsville, North Wilkesboro, Iowa, Bristol, Richmond, the Bullring, and Five Flag Speedway round out the season. So a long way to go for these drivers. A long way to go left in this season. A lot of fun racing be done as we're only in the second week. One fast repair for these drivers. No extra sets of tires. They're good on fuel. Good old short track racing. What you got at the beginning of the race is what you're going to have to race on the entire race. Only reason you really need to go down pit road is for damages, whether you fix those damages or just get a fast repair and a new car, basically. We are still recruiting, so if you're interested in Thunderstruck Super Series, whether it's the Tour Modifieds or you're interested in the Super Late Models on Thursday nights, make sure to look us up on iRacing and apply. Get you into the Discord, Facebook, and get you out here on track. Most importantly, open setup league, so make sure to remember that before you want to join if you're not interested in open setups. Or, I mean, they put setups in the Discord before the races on the day of, I believe, or maybe the week of. I'm not sure which, because I never have to get them, but they do give you a setup to use that you can kind of tune to your own liking, so you don't have to start necessarily from ground zero. Yeah, open setup league. Keep that in the back of your mind. All right. Warm-up time is over, and we're getting ready to go racing here at Southern National. Patrick Drabick grabs the pole spot here tonight with the 13.381. Cody McElwain gets the second position with Josh Oswald starting this one third. On the in fourth on his outside is Sam Wetstein. Jamie Barkus grabs the fifth spot with Thomas Capuano starting this one in the sixth position. Ryan Osborne starting in seventh with Chud Bassett on his outside in eighth. P9 goes to Kai Shepard with Frank Barbary starting in the 10th position. P11 goes to Joaquin Meza with Harold Rothery starting this one 12th spot. Cody Boehm starting this one in the 13th position with Dominique Hughes starting this one in 14th. Ray Page qualified in that final 15th position. Didn't have to race in that B main. Darren Owens, your B main winner, starting in 16th. William Griffith, 17th. 18th is Keith Lichtenwalder. Magic Mike Uribe starting in 19th. And rounding out the field is Philip Manzo. They roll off. with Patrick Drabick and Cody McElwain leading the way. Got some new drivers here tonight with us. Some that have just joined the league and some that have been in the league, but just haven't raced the modifieds. They've been racing the super late models. This time around, they're going to get the drop of the green flag and be underway for 125 laps here tonight. And the green flag is out. Patrick Drabick, Cody McElwain, your front row lead the field into turn 1, and Cody McElwain with a great run through 1 and 2, going to take the lead away from Patrick Drabick. Oh, and I think we have a wreck behind him. We do. That's Kai Shepard around. Can't tell. Oh, man, a decent amount of cars caught up in this. That's Ray Page. Go back and find out what happened. It's Ray in the 41. Oh, and there's wrecking already ahead of him. And I'm really trying to find out where this thing actually started. Contact right there and right in front of the field, collecting a decent amount of drivers. Oh, man, that's at least 6 drivers caught up in that. This track, very close quarter racing here. As you see, they're not a big racetrack at all, under half a mile. And they're running 15-second laps here, so if that can tell you just how quick laps go by here. Cody McElwain, you saw, he got a great jump on that restart. And, well, he's teammates with Patrick Drabick. So once Drabick saw he got a better restart, he just said, all right, I'll let you have it. So, you know, you don't want to be racing as teammates too early on and maybe have a wreck between you two. So Drabick kind of just said, all right, I'll sit in the second position and let his teammate ahead of him. Very early caution here tonight, but like I said, even if we do have some cautions, this race will not take very long compared to kind of the usual races, just because of how short this racetrack is. But still, even though laps go by quickly, still very early on in this one. And Cody McElwain is off. The green flag back out on lap 8. As Josh Oswald battling for the second spot with Patrick Drabick as he's trying to make the pass on the inside. And he's going to be able to do so down the front stretch. Not clearing the wreck behind him again. Big contact. That's William Griffith. Sam Wetstein, Jamie Barkus caught up in it. Racing between Sam Wetstein and Jamie Barkus here. Oh, and actually I think that was a little bit of net code that started that one. Did he come down the front stretch here? No, he got into him. I guess he just thought he was clear, and he definitely was not, causing the second wreck of the night. And Wetstein now a lap down, and we'll have to go down to pit road. William Griffith had to tow. That motor went. Trying to actually figure out where Oh, there's Jamie Barkus. And ladies and gents, I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. I'm back. We're now on lap 22 of 125. Cody McElwain in the lead. Josh Oswald, though, coming up on him here in second. Trying to take that away from him here very early on. And the caution is out. Oh, and big wreck in front of our leader. Cody Boehm here in the 78. Oh, and a little bit of contact. Bends that car around. That was William Griffith. That causes a pretty big pileup, and oh man, a car on its roof. And that brings out another caution here tonight. Sorry, guys, I have something going on in real life. I'll be right back once again. Hey, Josh, I have everything muted on. All right. I'm back, and just in time it looks like. We're getting ready to go back racing. Cody McElwain and Josh Oswald, your front row. The green flag is back out as Cody McElwain gets a great jump, and that's going to open the door for Patrick Drabick, who filled the hole for second there below Josh Oswald, and very close racing between the two, almost a little bit of contact. They stay clean here, and Josh Oswald holds on to that position. Oh, and it's getting squirrely back here as well. Dominic Hughes takes that spot, but there was a big checkup back there. Here's Darren Owens, your B main winner, up to the 8th position already. So he's gone from 16th to 8th in 31 laps. Dan Wetstein has found his way back on the lead lap back here after an early wreck himself. He sits in 10th. Philip Manzo started this one in the very last position, up to 11th. Ooh, and a checkup back here. That's Dominic Hughes in front of Darren Owens. He checks up. Darren Owens has to check up. And Thomas Capuano finds his way into 7th. Still battling back here for 8th. That's Dominic Hughes in that bright orange 89. On his outside, Darren Owens trying to make a move for 8th. And he does. A strong move on the outside. That has sorted itself out. Speaking of sorted itself out, Josh Oswald, who was up here for the lead, or trying to get to the lead early on, has now backed off just a little bit by 0.4, not much, but Cody McElwain trying to find some breathing room. Patrick Drabick has settled into 3rd behind Josh Oswald. Those two almost made contact. You remember that a little while ago. Frank Barbary started this one in 10th, up to the 4th position here. He is currently 2 seconds back from Patrick Drabick, but 2 seconds ahead of Chud Bassett in 5th. Caution is out. Sam Wetstein around here on lap 40. Wetstein has to check up, and oh, they get together. That's Ray Page, hard contact for the 98. He's already used, I believe, one of his quick repairs tonight, so that might just be the end of it for him. He is rolling, though. As I believe that's the 4th or 5th caution of the night. Having us under caution here on lap 43 of 125. Cody McElwain took the lead away on the initial start of the race and has not looked back. Kept the lead over names of Josh Oswald, Patrick Drabick. Still a long way to go, though. 81 laps left for Cody to try to hold on to this lead, but good thing for him is with this season being the way it is, no really strategy for him to have to think about other than how he's going to race his race car. So that's good news for everybody, basically. Don't have to worry about tires, fuel, just worry about how you race. Now, they do set their fuel themselves with their setup, so somebody could be short on fuel to start a race, both enough caution laps can make it anyways, so that is their own call on how much fuel they have. Pace car's off. The green flag is back out. Patrick Drabick tried to get an early jump, but that actually is going to hurt him. As he, I thought I saw a little bit of contact behind him, is now fighting Frank Barbary for third. And, oh, man. Dominique Hughes was almost sideways on the back straight. But he does get that car under control. Back to the lead. Cody McElwain has held on, and Frank Barbary takes the third spot away from Patrick Drabick. Frank is holding on to that spot, but does look like maybe Patrick a little bit faster. Stuck behind him, though. Nowhere to go. Oh, and Frank opens the door for Patrick Drabick down to the bottom through 3 and 4. We'll see if he's able to make the pass. The bottom line is the preferred line, but it can be tough if someone's pinching you down on that line. But Patrick doesn't really have any issues. Passes Frank Barbary for third, and now Thomas Capuano himself trying to get up into the top 4. And he does, as he passes Frank Barbary as well. So Patrick opened the door, and Thomas behind him in that 21 car takes advantage of it and takes that spot away from Frank Barbary. Looks like we got a little bit of a battle heating up here between Cody McElwain and Josh Oswald for the lead spot. These two have run away from third place Patrick Drabick. 2 seconds is the gap between second place Josh Oswald and third place Patrick Drabick. Darren Owens, your B-main winner, now up to 7th. And Harold Rothery is around and almost collects the leaders, and the caution is out. Oh, man, Ray Page is on his roof. Oh, that's actually what the caution was for, I think. Dude, what happened here to Harold? Gets loose, and that car continues to go down to the apron. And he tries to back up, and it's right in front of the leaders. So that wasn't the caution, though. That was Ray Page on his roof that brought out the caution. Now 59 laps into a 125 lap race. Cody McElwain has dominated this one so far in laps led, but has had some company with Josh Oswald right behind him for the most part. We can have a long green flag run in the second half of this race. Be interesting to see if Josh Oswald has that long run speed to set up Cody McElwain to make that pass, because early on with these short runs, he has not had the time to try to pass Cody McElwain. We're going to line back up 2 by 2 here. Cody McElwain, Josh Oswald, your front row. Patrick Drapick and Thomas Capuano, your second row. The green flag is out. Not a good jump behind him. Can Thomas Capuano in that outside line make a pass for third on that? There you see in that black and red race car. Nice job battling on the outside line, but so far no success in making a pass, and eventually Patrick Drapick just wears him out on that inside line and holds that third position. Judd Bassett trying to make a pass on Darren Owens. Or maybe the other way around. Judd Bassett on the 04 on the outside trying to hold on to that spot. As Darren Owens takes that spot away, and now he is up to 6th. 10 spots where he started this one in 16th. And Joaquin Meza passing Judd Bassett as well. Battle for the lead continues. Cody McElwain, Josh Oswald down the front stretch, complete lap 68. We're now past halfway. Josh Oswald has been on his back bumper for a good amount of time now when we're under green, but no luck passing him just yet. That 17 of Josh Oswald with the season opener winning that race, trying to make it 2 in a row. Remember, after he was not able to win a race last season, so to open up the new season with a victory was definitely big for that 17 machine. And he looks to make it 2 in a row, which would definitely be impressive. But he has a tough customer in front of him that's going to make him work for that one spot that he needs. Joaquin Meza now trying to catch up to and pass Darren Owens for 6th. Meza, almost some contact. He has to check up as Darren Owens checks up in front of him. I believe that is, no, I can't tell who that. Cody Boehm. That's Cody Boehm. He's in 13th right now, but I believe him and William Griffith are on the same lap. So that is a battle for position. Nope. That is not a battle for position, as William Griffith is on a different lap than him, so he'll still sit in 12th. They're in that purple and green machine. Oh, and Reckon behind him. Well, I heard some contact to the wall, but no caution. Here's Harold Rothery. There's the sound that we heard. Hits the wall down to the inside and eventually pulls it down to pit road. Oh, man. And the caution is out. Keith Lichtenwalner, cause of this one. He was actually behind that one car and gets loose right in front of, I believe, your leaders. Yeah. Oh, man. That was close. Let's take one more look at that. Actually, from our leader on board. Right into next turn. right into your living room, and actually a little bit of contact for Cody McElwain to the wall. Brings out the caution on lap 80, well, 81 now, lap 82. Drivers are on. 43 laps to go in this one. Make sure to tune in tomorrow night, where we're going to be right back here at Southern National for the Super Late Model Series. You're going to see some of the same drivers and some different drivers as well that you're not seeing here tonight. There's Cody McElwain. A little bit of damage. Well, not damage, but a little bit of contact to the wall for him. With these cars, I don't think that's going to have any damage to that car. That car looks just fine. Line right back up 2 by 2, ready to go back racing here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Green flag is out. Great jump for Cody McElwain and Patrick Drabick behind him. Can Drabick make the inside line work to pass Oswald? No, he cannot. And now he's got to fend off Thomas Capuano. And he does. Hold on to that third position. Close racing here. There's Frank Barbary making a pass on Darren Owens. That is for the 5th position. Now under 40 laps to go in this one. Cody McElwain, your leader, led every lap so far. And hopes to lead the last 37 or so laps. Josh Oswald working really hard behind Cody McElwain to try to get this lead spot away. Just not able to do so far. You see him working that steering wheel out of turn 4, and the caution is back out. Keith Lichtenwalder around once again. On that apron and spins around. There'll be no interviews tonight after the race. Sorry about that. Sorry to these drivers that are going to finish in the top 3 and would get an interview on a normal night. But like I said earlier, some things going on outside of iRacing that I'm going to need to attend to after this race ends. Wow, what is happening here? Oh, okay, they all came to a stop. When I see red on my board that I click on to show a wreck, I just saw a whole bunch of red on my screen for some reason, but it was because those drivers were coming to a stop. I guess when they come to a stop, it thinks it labels that as crashing. But everything is A-okay. All right, lights are back off on the pace car, and we're getting ready to go back racing with 30 laps to go. Josh Oswald going to try to have the restart of the race so far to try to take that lead away from Cody McElwain. These positions up here, at least in the top three, have not changed on these restarts. Green flag is back out. Cody McElwain does not allow Oswald to get a good jump on him as he gets out back to the lead. The battle is for second. That does not last very long. Josh Oswald battles back on the outside into that second position. Behind him, it's Patrick Drabick and Thomas Capuano. .27 laps to go in this one. Cody McElwain, an impressive race, really, and the caution is out again. Dominique Hughes with some trouble. And he just stops on track. I mean, if you're going to leave the race, at least go down to pit road, because that brings out a caution, and it wasn't a wreck. So, yeah, if you're gonna stop and leave the race, at least go down to pit road. That's going to set us up for a restart with around 23, 24 laps to go. And maybe a little bit less than that. 22 to 23 laps to go. As we see a car. Keith Lichten, no, that was. Actually trying to figure out who, but I can't. Oh, that's Harold Rothery who gets the lucky dog and actually back on the lead lap in 10th. So now we have 24 laps to go. Cody McElwain, your race leader. The lights are off in the pace car, so we're going to go back racing with 22 laps to go. Cody McElwain can get a good enough jump here, and we can stay green. This might be the restart of the race for him to try to lock this one up. And he is off. The green flag is back out. Josh Oswald not able to get up next to him for the lead, and he's going to have to settle right back into the second position. As the battle for third, very close battle right here. That's Thomas Capuano in the 21 behind the 077 of Patrick Drabick in a wreck once again, and that's Brian Osborne. Oh, and contact from Kai Schappert in the 60. Sends Brian Osborne around, and caution once again out on track with under 20 to go now. Tough race tonight, but this is a tough racetrack, so gonna happen. Again, this restart gives Josh Oswald a chance in that second position to try to steal this one away from Cody McElwain. But if Josh Oswald's going to get it done, I think it's going to have to be done on the restart, because we've seen Josh Oswald has been behind Cody McElwain for most of this race, and he's just had a tough time actually getting past him. So get past him on the restart, stick to his outside, and I think he has a chance. But other than that, if he doesn't at least match him on the restart, Cody McElwain might just run away with this one. But with the rate of cautions that we've had, a good chance we'll probably have another one, and that'll set up another late race restart for these drivers. Line them back up 2 by 2, and we are off. The green flag is out, and Cody McElwain is clear for the lead. Josh Oswald going to try to fight back on the outside. Not able to do so, and he has to fend off, and wrecking behind him. And flipping cars, 2 of them. Frank Barbary in the 29. There in that blue and black machine. Contact from behind. That sends that car around, and he does not hold the brake. That's going to hurt. As a couple of drivers upside down. That's Darren Owens. That's unfortunate. Darren Owens was having a solid race after starting this one in 16th, and that wreck's going to have him back to pit road after having to tow. Once again, make sure to tune in tomorrow night for the Super Late Model Series here in Thunderstruck as we come back here to Southern National Motorsports Park for a 125-lap race. And once again, with that series is set up the same as this one. We'll have a B main. We have more than 15 drivers. Now, how many drivers we have in that B main is always to be seen. We'll have to see how many drivers we have in that session. Qualifying begins. But the first 15, or the top 15 in qualifying, will advance just like tonight. And then 5 spots be raced for in that B main. Yeah, we'll just have to find out how many drivers are fighting for those potential 5 remaining spots. Only had about 12 drivers, or 13 last week, so we hope to have some more out here tomorrow night. Another chance for Josh Oswald on the front row. And the green flag is out. Cody McElwain, great jump. One of his best jumps, honestly, all night long. That has him well out, clear for the lead, and that remains a battle for second between Josh Oswald and Patrick Drabick. And Josh Oswald fights back on the outside and once again holds on to that second position. Kind of the story of the night, really, with these restarts, is Oswald is not able to keep up with Cody McElwain, but is able to hold off Patrick for the second position. As Cody McElwain, with 7 laps to go, has led every lap so far. Just needs it to stay green so he can lead the next 6 and win this one. Next week, I'll get Cody McElwain in here next week before the start of the race here in the Wednesday Modified Series. We'll talk to him since we don't get to talk to him tonight. As long as he holds on to it, of course. The race winner is who we will talk to next week. I don't want to say Cody McElwain too soon. I apologize. We'll need to wait 4 laps for that. Absolutely dominant race for that 6 machine all night long. Just needs 2.5 laps to wrap it up. And he needs to, and I was just about to say, needs to get to that white flag before a caution could come out. But he's not able to do so. Here's Brian Osborne in the red 15. See what happens to that car. Cody Boehm dives into the turn, doesn't hit him there. It does say these two were a part of the wreck. All right, let's go here. Oh, and the car's in front of him. That's Philip Manzo, and oh, nowhere to go for Cody Boehm. That was Philip Manzo and Brian Osborne. They get together. That's going to set us up for a green-white checkered finish here at Southern National. Overtime style. And we'll see if the next time around we get the 1 to green. Setting ourselves up for a fantastic finish here for the race lead. Cody McElwain doesn't think so, but from a broadcast and viewer standpoint, this is going to be an exciting finish here for the lead. Once again, I'll say it again, if Cody McElwain gets clear for the lead on this restart, he'll be able to wrap it up if we don't have another caution. So Josh Oswald has at least one more shot at beating Cody McElwain on the restart. Green flag is out. A good enough jump for Cody McElwain. Keeps him in the lead. Josh Oswald right behind him. Very close quarter racing going on between these 3 and 4 drivers up here in the top 4. White flag is out here at Southern National Motorsports Park. Patrick Drabick, Thomas Capuano fighting for that 3rd spot. Patrick keeps it. Cody McElwain through 3 and 4 for the final time. Dominant race for that 6 machine, and he wins at Southern National Motorsports Park. Took the lead away from his teammate on lap 1. That was the most important move all race long for that 6 car, other than maybe that last restart, because he did not give up that lead after that. So fantastic race for him, and honestly a great race here up front. I know we had a lot of cautions, but great racing throughout the field when we were under green. And yep, 130 laps run and 130 laps led for Cody McElwain. Gonna give him a chance to do his burnouts, and then we're gonna have to head out of here. All right, congrats to Cody McElwain for winning tonight's race. And a shout out to everybody. Oh. I don't know what happened there, but my stuff just, but hopefully it still hears me. Yep. So thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Sorry we don't have any interviews. We'll get Cody McElwain here in the booth next week before the start of next week's race. But thank you for tuning in tonight. Congrats to Cody McElwain. It's been Zach Wetstein here from Southern National Motorsports Park here in Rebels Racing Network. Have a good night.